Previously on X-Men.
So,
You want a FTK. Alright, in this video I'll show you guys a quick guide about how to get the first turn kill with Gimmick Puppet with 3 separate combo lines. One using the 1 card FTK Mansion, the Master Duel combo line that uses 2 copies of Gimmick Puppet of strings, and the third combo line, which is the OCG, the Japanese combo line, that uses only 1 copy of Gimmick Puppet of strings, since this card is limited in the OCG as a one of. So I think this will be a very important combo line to learn in the future, since Master Duel often likes to copy a lot of the OCG ban lists. So let's get right into it. Alright, first I'll show you the only 1 card FTK the deck has, and that's anytime you have access to the field spell. So, field spell will add any Gimmick Puppet monster. Usually you would pick the soldier. So I already have 3 soldier, but I'll just show you guys by only using a single card in my hand. That just 1 of the field spell is enough. And then you would send the Rouge Doll. The Rouge Doll would activate. Goes back to your hand. Plays the Rouge Doll. Pick an 8 to reveal. And you're going to summon the cattle. And for here, there's a few different ways you could do it. First, you make the rank up guy. Actually, up to this point, pretty much every line is the same. And you're going to want to detach cattle first. And this is where some lines might diverge. You could make this one. You could make the Chaos version of Gimmick Puppet Fantasix Machinix, or you could go straight to Dark Strings. There are 2 different lines to do it. Usually I find the Dark Strings line a little easier for me to remember. But with the field spell, you have a lot of leeway. So there's like a lot of different paths, but I'll just show you one of the ways I prefer to do it. So basically you're just trying to get into Dark Strings. And you're going to activate the field spell. Not the field spell, the rank up to bring it back to your hand. Don't activate the Xyz monster in the graveyard at the same time as the spell. So you only want to activate 1 at a time. And this is going to put a strings counter. And since it has a strings counter, when you make the dark strings a second time, it's going to destroy it and inflict damage and draw a card. And for this time, you do want to activate him in the graveyard and chain it, and you're going to summon him to your side of the field. And he's going to bring back the rank up spell. And since you have some material here, you're going to activate the field spell. For the dark strings on their board. And you're going to activate it again. Since you haven't made this guy yet, you're going to make him now. And get the trap card. So we popped 1 guy on our side. Next, you're going to use his effect. And you're going to put a second card on the opponent's board. Don't pop it with this effect. Going to activate the Chimera Doll. Going to get the baby. If you have another Gimmick Puppet in hand, you could special summon it, but you actually don't even need to do that. So I won't even use it, just to show you can just do it with 1 card. So you're going to bring back a level 8 from the graveyard. And you're going to activate Soldier to level up the baby up to a level 8. And no. And you just make Grinder. And the board's already set up for Grinder to pop. So I popped one guy on my side and 2 on the opponent's side. And that's why it's so easy with the field spell, because it gives you another way to put another one of your guys on the opponent's board. And there you have it. That's probably the fastest way you could do it. So next I'll show you 2 different ways you can do it without the field spell. So this is a way that only works in Master Duel currently, but it's probably one of the most popular ways to do it. For this one you're going to need a Little Soldier and any other Gimmick Puppet cards. So for example I have Jury Doll, so let's see if I can do it with just only those 2 cards. So I don't have Rouge Doll yet, so you send Rouge Doll. Rouge Doll is going to go back to your hand. Activate Rouge Doll. Pick an 8 to reveal, so you can special an 8 from deck. You're going to pick Cattle. Going to make the rank up Searcher. Going to detach the Cattle. Get the rank up. Gonna rank them up into this version of Machinix. Get the trap card. Gonna activate Cattle's Graveyard effect. Detach the Xyz monster. Special the Cattle. Make the first copy of Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Going to trigger your rank up magic spell in the graveyard. Do not trigger your Xyz monster yet. Going to activate to put a strings counter on your other monster. So since you put Cattle in grave, activate his effect to special summon the Cattle to the opponent's side. Do not destroy it with his effect. Summon Dark Strings. That will destroy your own Xyz monster that has a counter. You're going to chain his effect to special summon to your side of the field and return your rank up magic. So that's the first destruction on our own side. Pop number 1. Going to put a strings counter on the opponent's monster. Link to Chimera Doll. Add Terra Baby to the hand. Special summon your other Gimmick Puppet monster that you started in your hand. For example, ours is Jury Doll. Normal the baby with a second normal summon. You're going to special summon your Dark Strings. Gonna proc one more time. Destroy the Cattle on the opponent's board. That's pop number 2. Activate Soldier's effect to increase the level of baby. We don't need to select another one because we already have an 8. Wrong one. Second copy of strings. Strings number 2. Add some more counters to your own monsters. Play your rank up one more time. Summon Dark Strings one more time. And gonna pop the third monster. Okay, and for the final line, I'll show you the way they do it in Japan in the OCG, with only a singular copy of Gimmick Puppet of Strings, and no field spell. Alright, next I'll show you the way they do it in OCG in Japan. And in Japan, just to remind you guys, they have only one copy of Gimmick Puppet of Strings that's available. So this card is limited to one, which I think is going to happen in Master Duel sometime. So I think this is a good combo line to learn. So it's pretty similar to the other combo lines. Soldier plus pretty much any Gimmick Puppet card can do it. Rouge Doll plus almost any Gimmick Puppet card can do it. So you're going to want to send a level 8. Activate Jury Doll. Or Rouge Doll, rather. Get the Cattle. So first it's going to start a pretty standard way to do it. With the Fantastics. Switch the rank up. You're going to make Dark Strings first. Going to use the Cattle. Attach and summon. Going to your Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Going to activate the Rank Up Magic Engraved to add it back to hand. Go to the second copy of Dark Strings. Activate. And this time, you're going to put it on your opponent's side. Activate, you want to put your strings in the graveyard. And from here, you're going to need another monster, some capacity to link into Chimera Doll. So either maybe you have a one you can special normal from hand, extra normal, or maybe you have like baby. If you have Baby or Fiendish Knight, you can just go ahead and do that. Let's say, for example, in this situation, I sent Dreary Doll, and you're going to want to just banish the summon. Get the Chimera Doll. Going to activate. You're going to add either the Baby or the Fiendish Knight to hand. Special summon the Rouge Doll that was returned to your hand. And depending on which one you got, if you have access to Baby or Fiendish Knight, you just activate whichever one you have. Extra normal or special summon Fiendish Knight. And you're going to want to revive your strings. Activate your soldier on your Baby. Going to make the grinder. Pop the second card. Use your final rank up. Activate his effect to summon the Dark Strings to your opponent's board. And pop it with the grinder. As you can see, I only used the one copy of strings. There you go. So like I said, I think this is a potential important combo line for the future. So there's a lot of different ways to all these different combo lines. So basically it's just seeing which line is the best to do in each given situation. Alright, good luck out there. See you guys next time. Bye.